want to practice the intro?
You could.
Okay. Hi guys.
Yeah, it's fine. You start, bro.
Put this in the bloopers reel.
Hi, my name is Joshua, and welcome back to the Aisha's podcast. I'm here with.
Maya and a special guest,
Miss
Miss G.
Kinapin.
Miss Kinapin. Okay, so we have a Q&A for Miss G. So, what are your favorite childhood memories growing up in the Philippines? It's a two-part question.
Nice.
And favorite Filipino snack?
Okay. Favorite childhood memories. So when I was younger, my dad used to ride a motorcycle. So he used to put like me and my siblings like one at a time, obviously like in front, not like behind him on the motorcycle, and then drive us around the neighborhood. It was like kind of lax with the rules, so nobody really cared that we were like a child and there's no helmets
Yeah.
and then a motorcycle going real fast. Otherwise, it's a lot of just like the playing in the summers in like the streets, in like a playground or like at the beach.
I love the
Weather
Philippines.
there is, it's hotter, it's a little humid. Favorite snack is, does like desserts and stuff count? Or does it have to be like a snack?
That's a good question.
I guess a dessert.
Yeah, dessert.
Because my favorite like dessert, Filipino dessert is leche flan.
Love leche flan.
So it's like anytime I go anywhere and they have some sort of flan, I will try it so I can compare it with my whole
There was some today.
repertoire. Yeah, I had some today too. But like also anytime I see it in a grocery store, if I see it in a restaurant, if I go to an actual Filipino restaurant or Filipino like store and they have it, I buy it so I can try it because I love flan.
I love when it's homemade.
Yeah.
The second question, where are you from in the Philippines? Can you speak Tagalog?
Yes. So I was born in Manila, Quezon
too.
City. And I grew up there. So I moved here to the U.S. when I was 10. So I can speak Tagalog fluently, but like I have the vocabulary of like a 10-year-old because obviously after that, like I didn't learn more Tagalog. So I speak like a teenager, but I can speak some if you want. You're not, can you understand it?
I can understand. I just can't speak
You
it.
can't speak it back.
No, I can't. I only know like a few words. Like I only know like what to call my relatives and stuff.
So hindi tayo pwede mag-usap.
I can understand that though.
Kaya nga. Pero, di mo ako makakapag
Yeah, I can't reply.
sad.
Okay, next question is, what is your favorite anime manga, or which is your favorite?
Oh, like anime or
Anime,
manga?
yeah.
Because I run the anime club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like hard because like I've watched so many things. But I do, let me see. What's like good recent ones? So in terms of like recent anime or manga, I really like Frieren, Journey's End, or Beyond Journey's End. That one's a really good fantasy one. One of my favorite comedy ones is Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki-kun. He's a mangaka, like he draws manga, but like it's a very gag comedy one / romance, but it's like always not happening. Trying to think of other cool ones, but I like to watch a lot. Jujutsu Kaisen's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I only watch the anime for that though, so I don't know what happens in the
I don't know
manga.
what happens in
but,
the
like,
manga. I only see the leaks.
yeah, there's more stuff happening in there that's apparently crazier than what I already know. But
Do you ever watch Disastrous Life of Psyche K?
I
Oh, I
haven't
did.
yet. Is it good?
It's
It
my
is.
favorite.
It actually
Okay.
is.
for-
I'll check it out. I'll write it
Demon
down on my
Slayer.
phone later and then check it out. I'm like
Alright.
busy recently, so I've only been watching like 2 or 3 things on the weekends with my brother. Otherwise, like I used to watch like 20 shows per
Oh.
season. Like
That was me
current.
during quarantine.
Yeah.
I think it was a lot of us during quarantine.
a lot of people
yeah,
for
but I'm so busy now.
for quarantine. I finished the Demon Slayer manga.
Yeah.
That got me in my feels. This is another anime-related question. Have you ever seen Miji and Dolly? The one, the blonde twins?
Oh yeah. I saw the first couple episodes of it because another student recommended it, and like, I couldn't tell the vibes if it was supposed to be funny. Like I wasn't sure.
I saw clips of it. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
Out of
'Cause, like,
context.
it was one of those ones where it had the vibe of it being creepy and unsettling, like it's supposed to be some sort of like mystery or thriller, but like it was kind of weird in a ridiculous level. So then I thought it was a comedy, and after a while I was like, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to feel when I'm watching this.
Neither have I.
So I stopped watching it after like 2-3 episodes. But I'm assuming it's good. So other people have recommended it to me.
Mm.
All right. The next question would be, how many subjects do you teach, and what do you like about being involved with so many things?
Nice. So actually, I can teach any of the subjects that are either like ELA, math, history, or science.
Oh.
So I'm kind of like all over the place. I kind of get given any class that like needs me throughout the year. So there's a lot of students who have had me like multiple years. If I have them, for example, in like algebra 1 when they're freshmen, and then suddenly when they're a sophomore, they have me for geometry, and then suddenly when they're a junior, I'm there for algebra 2 again, because then if that year I got assigned those classes. So I think I've actually taught most of the classes in those 4 subjects. So I've taught ELA 1, 2, and 4. I've taught World History, U.S. History 1, U.S. History 2. And then there was a time where I had the elective that was African American Studies and then philosophy. For science, I've taught biology, chemistry, physics, and environmental science
Oh
this
my.
year.
Wow.
And then for math, I've been in Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2. So I can be in any of those, except any AP ones, as I'm not certified for AP. And even though I don't teach like some of the other subjects, like I do like art, I like music. So any students want to ask me about those, I know things about that.
That's like a
Alright.
lot.
Yeah.
So, what do you like about being so involved in like the school?
I like the fact that like it helps me just kind of like know everyone and everything. Like it isn't weird for me to pop into like a random teacher's classroom because they know me or I've worked with them directly. And also like yeah, if a student needs help with something, they can come to me for whatever because I already like know most of those subjects. So it's never like a problem of oh like I can't help you with this because it's not my subject because I teach all those subjects. So it's nice that like I can be anywhere. Like it makes it easy for me to like not feel lost, and I don't feel like I don't know what I'm doing since there's always something that I can do.
Another question some student asked: whatever happened to your orangutan?
Oh no,
Oh,
Orangutan.
yeah.
I still don't have it back.
Mm.
I think it's gone forever.
Oh.
Whoever took it either doesn't know that it's being looked for, or they've just decided to keep it like on purpose. Because we still don't know like who actually took it, obviously. But I don't think I'm gonna get it back. I'm just gonna be sad
What's the
about it
lore
forever.
behind it? The lore,
So-
Yeah.
the backstory.
So my dad used to work for the World Wildlife Fund. So during the pandemic, like he was working remotely and he was here in the U.S. But like after that ended, not ended, but like I think near the end of it, when people could travel again, he attended a conference, and that was one of the things that they gave out to the people attending the conference.
Oh,
So it's
that's
like
cute.
exclusive to the conference. If you
Oh.
Google like World Wildlife Fund does have different like plushies of different endangered animals that if you can like buy online and it'll help the money supports those endangered animals. But that specific orangutan was from that conference, so they don't have that specific one. Like you can look up orangutan World Wildlife Fund and you'll see similar looking ones, but they're not the ones my dad got.
Not
But,
another like it.
Yeah, so when he got it back, obviously, like, it's a souvenir for his family, so he brought it home. And then we had it for, like, a few years. We had it, like, sitting in a couch in my living room. So it was always there when I came home from work, and, like, my parents would see it. So we'd always be like, oh, it's sitting there. And then when we were going to have Science Day, I told my parents, like, oh, I have some students who are going to do a project on endangered animals. Maybe I can bring some stuff for their presentation since we have so many things. So my parents themselves are like, oh, you should bring the orangutan. And they had a few
Aw.
other plushies
Oh.
too. Like I have a giraffe, I have like a panda. So I brought all those things. There was a group that had it when they were presenting it, but at some point throughout the day, it disappeared. Yeah. And by
So
the time they
sad.
told me, I was like, what do you mean you lost it? And then we were running around. I was running around definitely like looking for it, and we never
Yeah,
found
so
it.
many students running around. We should put up missing posters.
Yeah, but I feel like it's gonna make me sadder if I see all those missing posters and I never get it back. So,
That's so shame.
you
All right.
know.
Last question. What is teaching at Innovation like? This is 2-part. When did you know you wanted to become a teacher?
Oh, nice. Should I do the first one first?
Yeah.
So, teaching innovation I think it's fun. In terms of like, because I've worked in a couple other places and I student taught in like New Brunswick too. But I am from Jersey City, so it's nice to kind of like be here in the city that I'm from and kind of not just like know the school, but know the area. If students talk about places, I know what they are and where they are. But I like innovation specifically because like we are a smaller school, so it like feels like I can get to know everyone and everything. I feel like there's like a community to it that like people can get along and it's easy to ask for help. it's easy to kind of like find what you need to find if you're looking for something. And because I've been here, like, I think this is my 7th year here. I have to like count, but I think it's my 7th or 8th year here at Innovation. So at this point, like, I feel like I belong here. It's nice. So I'd stay here definitely as long as I can, unless something terrible happens. I don't
So
know, yeah.
when did you like know that you wanted to be a teacher?
Yeah. So in high school, so I went to St. Dom's.
Oh, St.
Oh.
Dom's.
So it's like down Kennedy Boulevard.
Yeah.
Nearby.
Yeah, I pass by it every time I drive to here to park here in the morning. But there was a point, I think like sophomore, junior year, when like I knew that I wanted to like study like history. So history is like my first teaching license, and then I got other ones.
Oh.
But like at first I knew I wanted to study history definitely when I went to college, but I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with it. But there was a point when like I was in the IB program. So IB is similar to AP, except it's like international instead of just like the US. You still get like college credit if you like score a certain way in your tests for it. But me and my classmates who were in the IB program, we were like really struggling when we were studying for like our different tests and stuff. And there was a point when like I was helping my classmates study, and I was kind of giving them tips for like remembering things, or I was like, they would be asking me like, oh, do you remember this thing? And I'd be like explaining it to them. And I realized like, oh, I'm actually kind of good at this. I can remember things in a way, and I can explain it better than like if they just like read the notes on their own. And then we had like other like class presentations where like the teacher would be like, okay, talk about this topic. And I would have my group would always do like an activity. We would make the other students, I was a student then too. I would make my classmates like do an activity, and at the end they'd be like, oh, that was so cool. Like I learned the thing better than when like a teacher just kind of talked about it. And it kind of made me realize like, oh, like this is something I can actually do. Like I can actually like teach things and have people like understand it, have them realize like, oh, the information is important, or I can remember it better than like if someone just like talked at me in a classroom, or they made me like read a thing about it. So then when I started college, I decided like, okay, I'm gonna like go into my history major that I wanted to, but then like enter the teaching program that they have at Rutgers, where it's a 5-year teaching program where you can like you try to do your 4 years within kind of like 3, and then your 4th year, which would then be your senior year of college, you're already doing grad school classes. And then like you graduate with your bachelor's, and then you do one more extra year, so it's a 5-year program that you finish your master's in. And then you get all your different certifications if you take different tests and different like programs in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I have a question of my own.
Yeah.
Earlier you mentioned you like music and art. When did you realize like you were like really into singing and like piano? Because you did perform at
Yeah.
No.
multicultural
Day. Yeah.
multicultural day. She performed.
Nice.
But how did you realize that you were into like singing, music, art, and like how did that
Nice.
like spark?
So like when I was in the Philippines as a child, we already had a piano in my house because my mom plays the piano. So I actually have a picture of me as a baby, and I'm at the piano. And then when I was really small, I told my parents like I want like actual piano lessons so that I can like learn officially. So like I've had piano lessons when I was a kid, and then I just kept playing it even after the lessons. Obviously nowadays I'm just learning songs on my own. If I like see a song that I like, I'll look it up how to play it. And that was actually kind of the same thing for singing. Like since I'm Filipino, we're very big on karaoke. But my parents were always very supportive of me with my hobbies. So like they let me get singing lessons when I wanted like singing lessons. I did piano lessons when one of my classmates got like art lessons. Like we jumped in there, got the same art lessons with my classmate. And I just made sure to keep carrying it with me. So even after I left the Philippines and moved here, I continued like trying to like play the piano or sing or draw and stuff in the middle school that I went to. And then I ended up going to like MS7. I was the first graduating class of MS7. They had just built the building.
Wow.
Yeah. So I actually didn't get to step into MS7 until after it was built, and then I was already like a teacher because they were still fixing the building up. But like I don't know if they have photos in there of like all the graduating classes, but like mine was the very first. But yeah. Did you go to MS7? Yeah. So like even when I was in middle school for like technically PS6 and then MS7, even though I wasn't in the building, like I was in band, and then like they made it kind of hard to like join too many things. So like I wanted to be in like the choir and stuff too, but like they couldn't be in both. But in high school, I joined the choir at St. Dom's. We actually sang in Carnegie Hall a few times. When we went to compete, we would win. We would like rank at places.
competes.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
I did a lot of cool things. And then in college, I did the same thing. I continued in the choir in college. I joined like a dance company. I also dance. I didn't show that off today, but I also dance. And then yeah, and then I still play piano nowadays.
Lots of hobbies. You have any
Yeah.
questions?
Probably would be where would you like to go like the most, like outside of the U.S.?
Like to travel.
Yeah.
I really want to go to Japan. So
Mm.
the hard part with that though is like I don't know how to speak Japanese.
Like language
Yeah.
barrier.
It's yeah. It is one of those things that like I've been watching anime for so long and listening to like Japanese music that like I can understand it. So similar to you with Tagalog, I can understand it, but I can only speak like basic phrases back. So it'd be hard for me to like ask for directions, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I'd definitely be able to understand if someone was talking behind me, behind my back. Like I'd understand it. The other place, like more recently, because I've gotten into like K-pop again. I was into it in high school and then fell off, and I came back again.
Me.
I'd love to go to South Korea also if I can. That one I'm actually learning though. I've been doing like Duolingo, so I can
Love Duolingo.
read in Hangul already. My vocabulary is still bad though. So like if you like gave me something written in Korean, I can read it out loud. I just wouldn't know what it meant yet.
Oh.
Oh.
And then like, but I can pronounce stuff, and then like I know some words and phrases, obviously. So that'd be cool if I could go. I think my mom is trying to pressure my dad for the family to go at some point because I
Oh.
got them into watching like Korean dramas and like
That's my
eating
mom.
Korean food. Yeah. So like now my mom's always like binging Korean dramas, and then she's trying to like cook like kimchi fried rice and ramen and stuff. She's trying to like make Korean food at home. So now I'm just like, we should go on a trip. We should go to Korea.
Mhm.
So yeah, that'd be nice to travel there.
That's sick. That's sick.
That's good.
So,
Yeah.
anything else?
I don't think so.
So, I think that wraps up this episode. Special guest, Miss G.
Yay.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day.